Employee-generated content is getting a little bit of popularity right now, and one of the things that's missing from the conversation, I think, is decentralized authority, both for the company itself and for the employees. And when I talk about, these companies, what I'm talking about is within the industry itself, you will know maybe the one or two companies that kind of dominate that industry. They have the most authority, and this may have been built over many years, putting in the work, building up their, brand and all of these things. But right now, we're at a crucial moment where using and leveraging employee-generated content can actually decentralize that authority and allow a new company, a new person within that industry, or those companies themselves to gain more market share because of this sort of shift in content and the shift in trust. Right now, people that are buying really need a good reason to buy. If they're dropping thousands of dollars on a product or a service, they need a good reason to feel like if I give you my money, you're not going to F it up. I'm going to get something good from it. And the way to build trust right now, especially with all of the content, with all of the different AI stuff happening, trust is at an all-time low when we're watching things and needing to have that sort of emotional attachment in order to feel like we want to buy something or that we trust that we're going to get something good. Employees that are already at your company have years of skills and expertise, and they know that product or that service from the inside out. They know why it's going to help somebody. They know how it's going to change somebody's life, and they have so many stories to share that if you're not actually leveraging that and having your employees share those things, you are missing out. I think it's a huge mistake not to actually lean into those employees and to get them creating content and to give them incentives to create content, because you're going to be able to grab market share right now when trust is low in other forms of advertising and in other forms of marketing. There is a decentralized authority effect taking place when employee-generated content happens, and by using that, you can grab more authority in the market right now. And on the other side, for employees, there's a huge advantage to actually creating content for your company right now, and that is the fact that while you are creating content for your company, you're also getting to share your skills, your expertise, the stuff that you have spent thousands of dollars on learning and years acquiring, and your value itself is going to rise in the marketplace for your employer and for yourself. And that has to feel good. That has to, on some level, feel good to you while you're also going to be able to get compensated for that. And at the same time, even though you're making content in that industry for that company, you own your personal brand. You own that content. You own your social profiles. They're not necessarily owned by your company, but while you're there, you may have to follow some brand guidelines and things like that. But at the end of the day, you will own that personal brand, and you're going to be able to take that personal brand with you wherever you go. So I think that on those two levels, employers that are not leaning into and leveraging employee-generated content are missing out on gaining authority and gaining market share right now, especially as things are shifting so fast. And I think that employees who are not sort of jumping on this bandwagon and sharing and really honing their skills as creators are missing out, maybe even double that, because they're missing out on sharing themselves and getting all of the opportunities coming in with that, but they're also not going to be leveraging the fact that they would own something for themselves as well. So this is my take right now on employee-generated content, why I really think it is so important, and we're at the beginning stages of this, and why I am starting to build my business called Employee-Generated. And I think that we're just at the beginning of this, and those who actually see this for the opportunity that it is are going to get the rewards later on when they've actually done the work. So anyway, that's why I'm pretty big on employee-generated content right now.